I brown out. Oh my gosh. It's like raining a lot outside. Good morning, everybody. How are you? I hope that everybody is doing great. It's my day off today, so I'm gonna do a few errands. But before I do that, I'm going to make some muffins this morning. I'm gonna be making quick bake muffins. I don't have the time to make the muffins from scratch, so I'm going to use a muffin mix that you can get from any stores, and it's going to be the blueberry kind that I'm going to make today. Okay, so we are going to make the muffins. I will use the instructions on the muffin mix. Like I mentioned, I don't have time to make muffins from scratch, so I will use the quick mix. I already preheated the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Ito yung blueberries na kasama na na-drain ko na, na-wash ko na. So I'm just putting that aside. I am going to substitute certain things with healthier alternatives. So we're gonna mix water, oil, eggs, and muffin mix until well blended. So I am going to put the 2/3 cup of water. Oil, instead of oil, I will actually use applesauce. So 1/2 cup vegetable oil, I use the entire container of this applesauce. And then for eggs, I use egg beaters. It's also a healthier alternative to eggs. And it actually has the measurement ratio for however much eggs you want to use. There's a equivalent. So I am using 2 eggs, and the equivalent is 1/2 cup of egg beaters. I like to bake and cook. I just haven't had the chance to really bake lately. You can use an electric beater if you want. I have the big one in the garage. It's just too big for me right now. I actually do also have the handheld beater, but I kind of just wanted to do this by hand. So you have to make sure that you are mixing everything good. Okay, so I think it's mixed very good now. Just make sure on the bottom there's no flour sticking to it. And we are going to mix our blueberries. Just gently stir it. I have to hold the bottle upright kasi konti na lang yung laman. I usually have an actual spray, but somehow we ran out of it and we didn't get to buy a new one. So I am going to use an ice cream scooper. Medyo mahirap ng konti kasi left-handed itong ate nyo. Always put 3/4 of the mold. So don't fill up the mold. or else aawas. It's gonna overflow. So I'm gonna put this in the oven now. I'm gonna be making cookies for Rich. He's diabetic, so I have this recipe for a healthier cookie. I don't know if you can say that it's a healthier um, food item, since when you think of it as a cookie, it usually has a lot of sugar on top of the stuff that you put in, like chocolate chips. But this is healthier. The recipe I have is for a healthier, actually an oatmeal cookie. So I will show you next time what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna try a muffin. Before that, as you have seen, I use silicone molds instead of the regular muffin pan, and that did change the size of the muffins. And on top of that, we used alternatives to 2 ingredients. Instead of using oil, I used applesauce, which makes the muffin denser, smaller. And I also used egg beaters instead of regular eggs. I try to do some healthy alternatives if I can, but you can definitely use the regular ingredients that it's asking for, like oil and regular eggs. So I'm going to try. So maliit siya. It's still good. Maliit nga lang siya. Tapos, it's denser, as you can see. Siksik. Instead of light and fluffy, dense siya. So, ibig sabihin, mas siksik siya. So good. I'm gonna leave in a few minutes. I'm gonna stop by at the store really quick, and then my daughter and I have a lunch date. I'm gonna meet up with her and grab some lunch. So then, guys, you get to meet her. Hi. I'm supposed to meet the daughter here. I don't know if she's already here. So but she. No, let me call her. Okay. Hi. Oh, it's rain. It's gonna rain. Hi, brown. Oh my gosh. It's like raining a lot outside. We're actually having a storm.